A real father, and I got it off of TikTok. Bitch, it's me and Raja. We don't do no click hopping. Went from click popping, now nigga hip hopping. Baby, let's get to the business. I ain't gonna lie, I was finna wreck this hoe, but I forgot this beat was for the bitches. I don't wanna get fully ignorant. I'ma say that for a project or some shit. It's big hot shit in this bitch, nigga.
ACP, you see this?
If it ain't official Dana J, Prima Donna News, I don't even want to see it.
Though we don't know what tomorrow will bring us, let's live today. I'm saying just in case. Although we don't know what tomorrow will bring us, let's live today. I'm saying just in case. Dear world, I'm writing this letter in an attempt to make things just a little better. This is about living through life's stormy weather, because the truth is that we're not gonna live forever, and that's my point. Well, let me start with my boy that's doing 15 in a joint. Man, he could hoop, but he loved the street life. Could've went pro, instead he chose the street life. He turned rapper and wrote about the street life, but still could not make it out the street life. And one day he bought a Glock. Wait, now page number 2 will take you to another block. A man and his wife can't get along, all they do is fight. Both too stubborn to apologize, and sometimes it gets so bad they hope each other die. And one day she couldn't take it no more, so she decided to run out of the door. She jumped in the car and swerved off in a rage, and baby, I'm sorry was all over his face. Oh, we don't know what tomorrow will bring us. Let's live today. I'm saying just in case. Now that my homie done bought himself a gun, he stuck up some liquor stores, now he's on the run. Do anything to avoid the police. Now he's strung out on drugs and life is getting deep. To anyone, he would do anything. Give him the chance and he'd steal anything. Next thing he did really screwed up his life. But first, let's go back to the husband and wife. Now he's on the phone with his pastor, and she's on the phone with her mother. He tells his pastor, the woman is driving me crazy. Then swore up and down, she's not the same lady. She says, Mama, the man has been treating me so bad ever since we found out that I couldn't have babies. Then Mama says to her, girl, hold on. Pastor says to him, be strong. Oh, we don't know what tomorrow will bring, so let's live today. I'm saying just in case. Although we don't know what tomorrow will bring, let's live today. Saying just in case. Now there's a warrant out for my boy's arrest, cause he done went and stabbed someone in the chest. Man, them drugs just got him breaking all of the rules now. His face is posted up and all over the news now. Meanwhile, on the other side of town, the husband and wife are starting to break down. She says to Mama, maybe I ought to call him. And Mama said, now that's the spirit. He says to Pastor, maybe I should call and say I love her. He say, I'm sure she loves to hear it. Then she gets a call on the other line. It's the doctor saying your test results came back fine. Congrats, girl, you're pregnant. Then she cries, finally a miracle sent from heaven. Now meanwhile, the other side of town, all hell done broke loose and it's going down. Cops chasing Reginald all over town. He's running every red light and driving real wild. Now meanwhile, and this ain't fiction, here is where I need y'all to pay close attention. She's so happy. She calls her husband up. He says, I'm sorry, baby, just as soon as he picks up. She says, I'm sorry too, and I got good news for you. Steve, I'm pregnant and on my way home to you. He jumps for joy, scream hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. While Reginald is still chased by police. She takes the highway, it'll get her there much faster. Reginald on the skyway, chase lasting forever. With the helicopters right over his head, with the searchlights on him. Oh man, oh man. Now he starts panicking. Rachel's driving, so excited she's not realizing that just a block away, a man is on the run, while the husband's at home praying for a son. And the policeman is screaming for the call. Rachel calls her husband and says, I'm getting close. He says, honey, I'm fixing up something special in the kitchen. And at the same time, Reginald makes a stupid decision. He turns down a one-way street. Then Rachel notices this car coming and yells out, Steve, out of control, a senseless mission. Next thing you know, a head-on collision. Though we don't know what tomorrow will bring us, let's live today. I'm saying just in case.
I know that there's more. More for you, more for us.
Children, rain all night long. Didn't it all, didn't it all? Oh, my Lord, didn't it rain? Didn't it rain, children? Rain all night long. Didn't it all? Didn't it all? Oh, my Lord, didn't it rain?
You can't run from it. You can't deny it. You can't pass it off. It's your call. God knew what he was doing. He knew who he was calling, and he expertly and intricately detailed every aspect of your life, your being, your persona, your psyche, your physicality, everything about you, from the texture of your hair to the color of your eyes to the way that you laugh to the fingerprint on your thumb. Everything is connected to your calling. And until you walk into the fullness of the thing that you were created for, you will find yourself frustrated. You're called.
I can say that your policies are bad. I can say you're a criminal because you have been found guilty of 34 convictions. Like, I can say all these things because they are true. That's not even just free speech. These are just facts. So don't get mad that I speak the truth and I speak facts, but I literally have never said anything to invoke violence. And I challenge somebody to go and find a clip of a Democrat invoking violence.
Oh, yeah? Watch this.
You think Donald Trump is a fascist?
Yes, I do.
No one has ever been more dangerous to this country than Donald Trump, and he is a fascist to his core.
And let me shut down the city. We are at war.
We're at a war right now.
We are at war.
So you have to be willing to do whatever is necessary in order to save the country.
And that's why the gloves are off.
Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic.
And yes, there are many threats to democracy. We see it with these extreme candidates.
I just don't even know why there aren't uprisings all over the country. Maybe there will be.
You can only push people so far. And then they start to take matters into their own hands.
What the American public want is for us to bring actual weapons to the smart fight. This is an actual fight.
You know, this is literally call to arms.
The MAGA movement is a threat.
Michelle says that, when they go low, we go high.
No. With all due respect, if they go low, we don't go high.
When they go low, we kick.
We take them to the mud and choke them out.
And make sure that they stay down. And you know what? Kick them when they're down because they deserve it.
Get up in the face of some Congress people.
We are going to be in your face. We are going to be on your...
We have to fight this in the streets.
And we're going to fight it in the streets.
It's time to step out of your comfort zone and step out into the streets.
To our Republican colleagues, if you do not see the light, we will bring the fire. Resist! You and your little friend off of Twitter. Y'all about to find out.
And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome anymore, anywhere.
We are not going to have a third term. We may not finish this term.
Yes, the last few days you woke up thinking there might be news. Just saying. There will be news sometime, just so you know. There will be news.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. Weapons of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the purge. All other weapons are restricted. Government officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the purge and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. when the purge concludes. Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn. May God be with you all.
Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic.
Are they a threat to democracy? Yes. Are they going to take our rights away? Yes. Are they going to put people's lives in danger? Yes. Are they going to endanger the planet by not dealing with climate change? Yes.
People need to start taking to the streets. This is a dictator.
I just don't even know why there aren't uprisings all over the country. Maybe there will be.
She's a genuine danger to American security.
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump, and that's a fact.
We have to preserve our democracy, or speak out against lies and hate.
There needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
Have a consistent narrative about how dangerous Trump is.
President Biden has been clear-eyed about the threat that the former president represents to our democracy. Donald Trump is an existential threat to our democracy and our most fundamental freedoms.
Kamala needs to stop saying that President Trump is a threat to democracy. It's now being received by some unhinged people as a call to action. Enough is enough.
Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Shooter, you shot me in the heart. I've been dying since we've been apart. Oh, shooter, I don't think I'm gonna make it. See, I'm just as good as dead. I'm good as dead. Whoa, bullseye. Girl, you shot me down to my knees, yeah. Since you took your love from me, and I'm holding on to the hopes that you will return. Although I feel I've lost you forever, I will believe that you still love me. Girl, say you do, say you do, say you do. Say you still love me, shooter, shooter, yeah. You shot me in the heart, oh yeah. And I've been dying since we've been apart. Oh, 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 shooter, shooter. I don't think I'm gonna make it. No, and I'm just as good as dead. Ooh, ooh, ooh. See, I neglected the fact that your love was precious, and I should have took more better care of it. And now every minute you're gone, girl, I sit here just dying alone. And I wish that I could have dodged that bullet of you leaving me. Shooter, shooter, you shot me in the heart. And I've been dying since we've been apart, yeah. Oh, shooter, no, no. Oh, I don't think that I'm gonna make it. No, no, no. Oh, and I'm just as
let's
good
go.
as yeah. Oh, shooter, you shot me in the heart.
What's up? What's up? You know where we going that night.
Since we've been
I ain't been on in 5 days. Let's go. No holds barred. Not holding nothing back.
See, I just don't think
Sing bells.
I'm gonna make it.
Man,
Oh, man, without you, baby. Shooter. I gotta go. I don't wanna go, but I got to go.
Ooh. Shout out to everybody that's here. What's going on, y'all? Everybody in the land. What's going on? I see Wisdom's daughter in the chat. What's up, WD? Thank you for the 5-piece. She said, DJ, what's for dinner tonight, bro? Listen, some peaches. Because I ate the rest of that oxtail for lunch. And, oh, baby, I was sleepy. I was sleepy. Oh, I was sleepy. Mama Mary in the building, Laverne in the building, EJ in the building, Willie Jones in the building. Shout out to all of the Dream Team members that's not here yet, that didn't pull up yet. But let everybody know that their favorite blogger is live. So, Miss Lady T in the building. So I'm going to talk about some things real quick, and I'm going to do this. Let's get the salutations out the way. If you on YouTube or if you on Rumble, if y'all can see at the top, y'all see I'm on Rumble. If y'all on Rumble, it's a bag that got a dollar sign in it. It's called a Rumble bag. Go ahead and donate anything you want. I appreciate everything you do. Same thing for YouTube. It's a little square. It's called a super chat with $1 on it. Go ahead, donate whatever you want. I appreciate everything you do. Lord have mercy, I do. Don't forget, I also have a membership. I'm telling you, I'm about to start using my membership, y'all. I'm about to learn how to use my membership. Listen, I learned how to do the little thing today, how to put the little live out there, and before I even went live. And I said, let me see if this work. I did that joint. I said, ooh, it worked. So I learned how to do that real quick. It's about to get ugly, man. It's about to get ugly. Today we're gonna be here for a minute. I got some issues. Again, I need help. I'm gonna be honest with you. I need help with the issues that I got. Island Beauty in the building. What's up? What's up? Island Beauty, Miss Jennings in the building. What's up? What's going on? I got some issues. I need some help. And the issues I got is not what you think. I'm pissed. I really don't got a lot of nice things to say. Because I have an issue. And since I put them up on my thumbnail, I really just had for some reason, I feel compelled to go a certain way, but I can't because I already done put the thumbnail and stuff up there. And you know how people get mad at you when you don't talk about certain things and then they try to strike your channel. Listen. As bad as I want to talk about, as bad as I want to open up with the Trump situation, I'm going to put that for a later date. I'm going to open up with this. Just because I'm quiet, don't think I don't see everything that's going on. I'm going to go right into it. I don't care who you are. Y'all know how I feel about the Dream Team women, right? Even though they can handle their own. Don't think for a second playing with anybody from the Dream Team and I don't respond right away, don't mean I'm letting you get away with it. I'm like that with Dream Team females. I'm like that with Dream Team men. I'm like that with the affiliates of the Dream Team. I'm like that with friends. I'm very protective over mine. So therefore, I'm going to say this. The people that support me, that protect me, I see the attacks. But when I return the attacks, I don't want nobody crying victim. I don't want nobody running the police stations. None of that. If you ever see me face to face, I don't want you to get scared. Let's keep it in the streets. A lot of things I see I'm tired of. And it's always the scary people that want to keep playing with people that's for real, for real. And I'm going to say this. Just because you're a family of mine, and this go for all family members. If you out here provoking people, guess what? You stand on your own too. I'm not coming to your rescue. You know how to fight. Do what you do. I ain't gonna let nobody jump on you. But if you provoke something, you better be able to handle whatever you provoked. And that's on God. So, like I said, I feel compelled to go a certain way. And the way I feel compelled to go in is I'm not going to do nothing political today. I have to talk about this Diddy and this R. Kelly. And what kills me is I told y'all people a while back, I said, everybody that's proclaiming to be for Rob is not for Rob. And I said, when you see me walk away from certain people, what up, MC Outlaw? What up Galatians? What up, Miss Virgo? When you see me walk away from different people, even if I had you go to their channel, walk away. It's a reason. And when I start walking away from people, the smear campaign ran on me. What? Oh, he just wants you to not come to our channels and this and this. No, it wasn't that. I was protecting you for what you didn't know. The fights and the battles that I fought behind the scenes, I was protecting you for when they ever try to come from behind the scenes to in front of the scenes. And a lot of people was confused. Now, if you understand, I'm the first one that said I'm covering the Diddy trial, right? But because of my job, I wasn't able to stay up there 45, 50 days and beg my subs for stuff, because it seems funny that if I need something and I ask my subs for something, that become the biggest thing on the internet. Oh, he's begging. Oh, he's doing this. He's doing that. He's doing that. But guess what? Everything I ask my subs for, I use it for, and I show receipts. What do you beg your subs for? People get all these new equipment and don't use it just to say you got it. What interviews are you getting at these places? What different critical theory are you bringing to your people about what's going on? Everybody's so busy and worried about if Dana J gonna show up. Why do it matter? Do your work. I don't matter if you're working. But if you want some BS, then I matter. So I said that to say this. I'm going to be covering a lot of big cases moving forward. And sometimes I might need some of my dream team members' help. I might. I don't know. Y'all know I asked if I would. I mean, it's cool. However, I find it funny that the same people that are sit around and say, oh, Dana J asking his subs for this. When y'all was in New York and y'all needed my protection, wasn't that y'all that came and asked my subs, oh, can y'all get Dana J up here? Because we need him. See how people forget? I told you I'm going to start playing back videos. I ain't going to go back and forth on the internet. I'm a scary dude on the internet. I'm real scary on the internet. But in person, I'm a live wire. I hope you caught that. So, posting prima donna kids, posting prima donna pictures, posting my pictures, posting my kids, you're going to get a laugh on the internet. But in person, baby, you're going to get that real sunny side up. And the closest to Caucasian I get is this hand right here. Everything else is melanated. I'm a colored guy. I'm an indigenous guy. I can never be this color. This color. Because this ain't even a color. It's a shade. So let's get into it. In the R. Kelly case, right? I said that a lot of people was just here just to be here because they didn't know Sugar Honey Iced Tea about it. What up, Jackie Brown? What up, Miss Sunny? A lot of people didn't know about anything about R. Kelly. You feel me? So a lot of people was running with the narrative that he's a pedophile and that he's this and he's that, until I start showing things. I started showing things that the public didn't want y'all to see. Then when I started showing things, they tried to strike my channel, but they tried to do this, they tried to do that, but I never failed. I never wavered. Even sometimes, some people behind the scenes know that I got angry, I got tired. I said, I ain't doing this no more. Because I'm like, if it's that easy to follow the lie, what's the point of putting the truth out there? So before the trial in Chicago, I said Daryl McDavid is the snake of all snakes. Y'all believe it? If y'all can remember, I said he's the snake of all snakes and he's the head of the snake. What up, Ashley? What up, BJ? I get it. Rob want to get out of there. So do Diddy. Diddy want to get out of there. But what I found out is, as I'm looking at two different stories, Diddy's charges, those little bit of charges, were more salacious and more heinous than Robert Kelly's charges. But Diddy had A1 counsel. Robert had Z- counsel. And he also had some snugger boogers that will get in his ear so that way they can remove, so that way he can remove certain lawyers, because them lawyers didn't want to deal with them, but they wanted to deal with me. So I sat up there and I said, the worst thing that could happen is one lawyer get removed. And that one lawyer that got removed first was the downfall of Robert Sylvester Kelly. Because that one lawyer operates in them courtrooms as a trial federal lawyer. But Kels was believing the lies that came from so-called best friend, i.e. some brother love, Keith. They got in Keith's ear, and Keith went and spread the lies and all that. But then wait a minute. But then when Keith was confronted about a certain blogger that was selling transcripts, Keith said, oh, that's not stealing. That's just her doing what she do. I told y'all I'm going to open that can one day and I'm going to go all the way in and I'm going to serve it good. However, how you doing, Miss Shannon? However, you see Diddy, his lawyers are close to who is close to him. You seen people out there talking about Diddy, this and this and this, and I brought some stuff to the light. But I spoke facts on Diddy. And today you're going to see. The word on the curb is the judge want to give Diddy years. And his support group, I ain't talking about the fans now, his real support group, the ones that's not trying to get power of attorney, the ones who's not trying to take what was left of his funds or his money, the ones that really, really, really genuinely love him in spite of, they went crazy. And my Bubba Dub voice, them niggas went crazy. You giving Diddy time? You crazy. Meanwhile, the ones that R. Kelly trusted that's supposed to have been doing the same thing, they was behind the scenes talking about, lock R. Kelly up. Please. Can you make me an unsolicited co-conspirator? I tell you everything you didn't know. Even though that's my story, I'll tell you that that's Robert's story. And that's what they did. And Robert got booked. So I had to sit back and evaluate and go to the drawing board. I said, why was Avenatti so quick to say setting up the Golden Goose was easy? And then it came to me. Before Michael Avenatti even came public about Robert, he spoke to people that was around Robert. And he told them, keep a secret. Don't say nothing. So now, if the people that was around him that set him up was able to be quiet, and when folks came and told Robert, yo, but they gonna set you up, they doing this, and Robert couldn't believe it. What? Nah. Because the people around me would have told me. And now Robert looking from the inside out instead of the outside in. I hate to admit certain things, but when a grown little boy, the swole head trucker dude, when he came out and said some things like his friend's going to be the cause of him. And I sat up there and fought for his friends because I didn't want to believe it. But when I see Don Russell get out of jail and everybody that was on the internet talking about Free Rob go silent, I sit back, I say, oh, okay. When I see Don Russell get out of jail and I see some of Robert's so-called fake-ass brothers, the ones that call themselves the brothers, talk about, oh, we love Robert, we'll do anything for Robert, and I don't hear nothing happen to Don Russell, I got to sit back and say, something is wrong. Something is really wrong. Because where I'm from, you do some shit like that, what Don Russell did, and you taking food out of people's mouths, as soon as you get home, you going in a wall. And people going to say, we haven't seen him. I guess Chicago's a different place. A place where people only talk tough when they got choppers. But if you don't got no choppers, you play the 50 real quick. Especially if you from Bolingbrook. I don't know. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I assessed the situation wrongly. So when I look at the R. Kelly situation, and I say, this is crazy. But then I look at the Diddy situation, I say, well, goddamn. I'm going to be honest with you. I almost ain't go live tonight. I almost broke one of my monitors because I got mad. When I seen that docket for Diddy, I got mad. And I'm going to tell you why. Because the same outpour that Diddy is getting, where's the same outpour for Robert? Everybody talk about he the king of R&B. We miss him. Cat, nigga. Because if you miss him, you will put some action behind missing him. That's on God. A nigga that missed me and I'm being persecuted through the world and on the internet and you don't get on here and defend me, nigga, I'm going to punch you in your mouth when I see you. That's simple as that. What up, Kamani? That's simple as that. One thing about my friends, I would defend my friends right, good, bad, and different. But the difference is, if you did something wrong and I'm defending you, behind the scenes, I'm going to chastise you. Or I just won't say nothing at all. I just won't get on here and say nothing at all. But I ain't that type of guy. And you can't play with my friends or nobody I love or nobody I care about. You can't do that. Because I come from a system where we carry a code. Because when you hurt one, you hurt all. So when I seen Bo Brinley didn't respond, right? I sat back, I said, oh, I made some calls and everybody said, oh, we can't find Keith. What you mean you can't find Keith? Call him. What up, Doug? Call him. And I ain't saying this because Douglas Anton is in the chat. I'm going to keep it real. Douglas loved Robert. Douglas is one of the only ones I know that told Robert, if I got your back, you winning. Everybody else was like, well, I'm going to try. I'm going to do this. Nah, man. That's why I stand on principle. That's why I stand on Douglas Anton. And whatever that man needs, if they ever tried to persecute Doug Anton, I'm the first one there and defending that man. The defense fund is still intact. No money has been taken. It's still there. But didn't they come and tell y'all I bought a truck that I never drove or I never had? Then they switched it and said I paid for my child support. Y'all know I don't even deal with child support. That's why I say you got to watch who you deal with. But this is what Bo Brinley said, right? And I'm going to be honest with you. When people think they're above the court, it scares me. His response said, comes now, plaintiff Robert Kelly responds to the defendant's motion to dismiss. In support, he states as follows. The defendant's motion amounts to a complaint about how quickly plaintiff's counsel has been able to respond to their phone calls. This is not a good basis for any motion to dismiss. Plaintiff will provide whatever discovery is necessary and time to meet the discovery deadlines set by this court. That is all that matters. The defendant is not entitled to any particular prioritization of their phone calls. The truth of the matter is that the undersigned continues to recover from a significant blood clot that remains unresolved, which has vastly limited his time in the office. Simply stated, that is the reason that the defense counsel's phone call was not returned with the speed they would prefer. Nonetheless, plaintiff's counsel will confer with counsel for the defendant and will respond to their discovery request in plenty of time to meet the court's deadlines. The defendant has good reason to want this case dismissed. Their liability is essentially admitted already. However, the timing of phone calls is not a basis to dismiss. Wherefore, the plaintiff, Robert Kelly, responds to the government's motion to dismiss and asks the court to deny it and follow the parties to be governed by the court's discovery deadlines rather than the defendant's. Pause. You were supposed to give a response on 9/17/25. You gave a response on 9/19/25. This is dangerous. And I'm going to tell you why it's dangerous. Because when you have people who think that they can do what they want to do and not what the court and not what the court instruct them to do, then we will have a miscarriage of justice. The problem that I'm having, and I'm going to keep it real. I've said it once and I say it again. For New York, my dream team will be Doug, Jen, Steele, and two other people. That would be my dream team. And the reason why, because I break it down all the way. Everybody plays a different role. And trust and believe. All of that is not required. But listen, if the government going to play wild, why not Rob play wild? Because at this point, jokers are wild. And the problem that I'm having is the government made sure that Robert didn't have sufficient counsel. Everybody played the eye, except for one man. But only one man did the work. And I'm not saying it because he in my chat. Y'all know I've been saying this and before Doug even came back in my chat today. Doug haven't been in here in a good while. Cool. Thank you so much, Doug. Doug said, okay, got to run and do some more work tonight before court tomorrow morning. Keep the faith, everyone. And Dana, keep up the great reporting. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Doug. Oh, you know I got you. You know I'm going to do it. Boy, I'm about to get so much backlash from this, but guess what? I don't care. Doug gonna break a leg in court tomorrow. And I'm not saying literally break a leg. I'm saying he's gonna win his trial. Because if you take a look at it, out of all the lawyers that Robert have, Doug have a 11-0 win streak in federal court. Everybody else that was there lost. Big time. Doug the only one that's 11-0. Make it make sense. You got Jordan on your team, but you bench Jordan and bring in Spud Webb and think Spud Webb going to run the tables. Not saying Spud Webb ain't good, but Spud Webb ain't Jordan. Make it make sense. What up, Dietrich? So what I find crazy is Robert had 10 letters written for him. Watch this. Now I'm going to spill some beans. It's more people, or it was more people at the gym supporting him, watching him play basketball. It was more people at the cigar bar. It was more people getting his stogies and drinking his liquor and everything when he was home. Where was these people when he needed them the most? This is how you tell who your real friends are. If I was Robert, and I know he's going to see this. If I was Robert, I would cut everybody in Chicago off. Your real friends are the one that's busting tail on the internet, in the street, in front of news cameras. The ones that don't try to sleep with your fans. Yeah. The one who's not scamming your fans. If I was Robert, I wouldn't deal with nobody in Chicago. Because truthfully, I'm going to tell you how dirty people are. Some of the same people that wrote letters that tried to speak good for Robert are some of the same people that went to the feds and spoke ill of Robert to make Robert look even more worse. And when I'm going to say it again, and when I told y'all about it, a lot of y'all got mad and turned on me. Y'all believed the lies. And I kept going. So out of the 10 letters, about 7 was credible. But when I look at Diddy and here's what pissed me off. When I look at Diddy and I look at what's really going on, it kind of make me wonder what's really going on in this world. And we're going to get into the Diddy paperwork. Because everybody ain't your friends. That is why they infiltrated Doug from. What you mean infiltrated Doug from? You mean had him removed? Yeah, but they lied on him. Had him removed. Yeah, that's cool. But Doug went back to winning cases. Didn't skip a beat. And y'all know I haven't talked to Doug in a year and a half, really. But I got something up my sleeve to help Robert that I ain't talking to nobody about. So we write this court to supplement our sentencing submission with letters from persons incarcerated and MDC Brooklyn who have taken Mr. Combs' free game course, as well as additional letters of support. We have recently received example 72 additional letters of support. We have also attached an evaluation by the unit counselor of the course at MDC and the curriculum. Example 73. MDC course, evaluation, and curriculum. Notably, the evaluation acknowledges Mr. Combs as a tutor, gives him the highest possible ratings, and concludes with excellent class. Keep up the great work. Furthermore, as stated in our sentencing memorandum, this course has had a substantial impact on fellow inmates. Excuse me. 1, because of this class, I have a purpose, something to look forward to every day. Example 74, letter of Arturo Santiago at 1. 2, he has showed us that it is the little adjustments to our everyday lives that add up to a big change. Example 75, letter of Douglas Welch at 1. 3, Mr. Combs' class is about setting up realistic goals and where we plan on how we are going to achieve and complete these goals on a weekly basis. We review our progress or our stages of our objective. My life testimony is now positive. Mr. Combs teaches us about how chasing the easy money is the wrong way to achieve greatness. He has shown me that it's never too late to start, nor is it ever too late to achieve your dreams. Example 76, letter of Wellington U State at 1. 4, everybody was motivated for the lessons the class provided. In my case particularly, it has had very much impact. Example 77, letter of Didier Rios Galander at 1. And it's just so much. Quentin Davis, Charles Scruggs, they all gave letters, right? Sincerely, the GOAT, Brian Steele, right? They all gave letters. So what kills me is they all had letters and it went to a lawyer of competence. Why Robert lawyers couldn't do that? I'm going to tell you why. Because everybody wanted to fight everybody. Everybody wanted to be the big eye, because if they would have beat Rob's case, right, their law firm would have gained so much prestige and so much more clients, right? But there's one man that said, look, let's go ahead, buckle down and do what we got to do. And that's the man that was just in my chat, Doug Anton. And Nicole and them didn't want him on the case, along with the Scam Likely crew, along with Keith and all of them. They wanted to go get Arthur Ayodala. And Arthur Ayodala said, no, you don't have enough money for me. So let's go here. Let's start with the letters. Dear your honor, my name is my guy. My name is Charlucci Finney, one of the hottest designers in New York. I am a father of 3 daughters, a brother of 5 sisters, and an uncle to 8 nieces. I have been present in your courtroom for every court date, including jury selection. I sat and watched you adjudicate and preside over a very difficult and unusual trial. You did this with integrity and fairness. Not once did I feel you would be anything but honest. And just to my brother, Sean Combs, for that, I thank you. I have known Sean Combs since 1988. We were just teenagers navigating life and the music industry. And even as a young Sean, he would help me even though we was competing for the same job. Sean has always been selfless. The Sean Combs I saw in your courtroom was not the man I have grown to love and respect. The Sean I know is loving, caring, benevolent, and trusting. It broke my heart to see a man in so much pain that he masked it with drugs, retreating into a world where he did not have to feel the grief of losing so many loved ones in a short period. Kim Porter, the love of his life. Andre Harrell, his friend and mentor, and his close friend and artist, Christopher Wallace. Okay. Every witness testified to how kind and loving he was and how much they loved him. I only wish I had known the pain he was going through. I would have helped and been there for him as he has been for me, so many of us, has been for so many of us. For example, my father died in 2017 from Agent Orange. He joined the Air Force at 16 and re-enlisted for another tour. He was my hero, and I always bragged about him. When he was diagnosed with bone cancer, I was broken. I have no brothers. It's just me, my sister, and my mom. Somehow, Sean heard about it and called me. He stayed on the phone while I cried like a baby. He helped me understand that death is a part of life and that it would be selfish of me to want my father to stay here in pain just so I wouldn't hurt. So I had never thought about it that way. And I was able to accept his passing with Sean words. After my dad passed, Sean called me nearly every day after that. If he couldn't call, he would text just to say, "Good morning, King. Your dad is proud of the man you are, and he's looking down at you as he stands next to God, saying, 'Look at my boy.' There are so many kind of and thoughtful things he has done, so many words of encouragement. The person the public saw is not the same man sitting in MDC. He is no threat. He has been clean and sober for a year and has had time to reflect on his mistakes and become a better man. A man I believe you would be proud to set free. Knowing it is a righteous decision, Sean will and can do so much good for the community, which he has done his whole career. Sean's mother, Nance Combs, is 86 years old. Nancy Combs is 86 years old and has and she had 2 strokes in the last year. 4 of his children lost their beautiful mother, leaving him as their only parent. He has missed his daughter, Jessie, and her twin sister's prom and high school graduation. Moments that can never be brought back. He missed his daughter's chances first year at NYU and his 2-year-old daughter's first steps and first sentence. Sean Combs has missed all these wonderful things. Excuse me. I ask you, Your Honor, to send Sean Combs home better than he was before, drug-free and remorseful. Allow him to spend these years with his aging mother, Janice Combs, his 4 daughters, his 3 sons, and the friends who love him and will be there for him. I can promise you with no hesitation that with the support system he has now, we can help him. We get to pay forward the support he has shown so many of us. We all fall short. We all mess up. But we learn from it and become better people. Better to people. Thank you for your time. I don't know what that say. Charlucci Finney. I got a question though. And the question I have is, what makes okay, let's say it this way. We all know that Robert is not a threat to the community. But what makes it crazy that Robert is not a threat? And they saying Diddy is not a threat. But the government want to make everybody a threat. Let's ask that question. Let's ask that question. The next question is, that's a good question, Ms. Shannon. Why wasn't Diddy music ever muted? I'm going to tell you why. And I've never said this. And when people were saying it, I was always the voice of opposition because I wanted to hear people think different. I wanted to hear people go deeper than, oh, he this, he that. No, go deeper. Why do you feel this way? That was my always goal. I always wanted to know why people feel the way they do. Right? So they never muted Diddy's music because it was never about the music. It's always about the funding. Diddy funding ain't come from his music. It came from his liquor. Robert Kelly music ain't come from liquor or stogies. It came from his music. So they're going to attack whatever it is that funds you. It just so happens that Diddy is Diddy. And I don't know if he really had vultures around him. I'm quite sure he did. But Robert had vultures in his face that persuaded him that they were good Chinese fighting fish when they were actually guppies and sharks. Miss Mary Howard wrote a letter. Oh my God. Now hold on. This is a slap in the face. Bishop Noel Jones wrote a letter. He said, my name is Bishop Noel Jones, and I'm writing on behalf of Sean Combs. To put my thoughts about this matter in context, I have been pastoring in LA for 31 years. I met Sean Combs in one of the services he attended with his significant other at the time, Kim Porter. In Sean's own way, he regarded me as his pastor. And it appeared I would become a father figure in his life. To prove the point, I blessed the twins, Jesse and Dilla, who are now 18 years old. Interestingly, I am unofficially their godfather of sorts, as their mother Kim and my wife Loretta had become good friends. When Kim died tragically, Sean summoned me to counsel and comfort the family, and ultimately I was Kim's eulogist at her funeral service in her hometown of Columbus, Georgia. Obviously, my interaction with Sean was frequent for many years. Our conversations covered a wide range of subjects, including his desire to make changes in his personal life. He intimidated that something was bothering him about his life choices. And often in our discussions, he was conflicted, even to tears, despite his strongman imagery. In retrospect, I should have pressed him for the details of his behavior and then presented solutions along with prayer. I failed to step through the door he was opening for my spiritual guidance. He was whispering a need for help as loud as his image would allow. I failed to hear his cry for help. Sean, over the past 2 years, has become the victim of his own nefarious behavior. And I am sure the strong man image is shattered. He is no longer whispering for help. He is screaming for it. Your Honor, I am in the business of redemption. I know based on my previous interaction with Sean and regretful missing his cry for help, also having seen firsthand the profound care he shows for his children, especially his daughters, who flourish under his guidance as a father, along with the public humiliation he has suffered. Your Honor, Sean is a prime candidate for redemption. All that is lacking now is the opportunity. Therefore, I am pleading with your court to allow Sean to become the model citizen he finally knows he must be. Thank you for your consideration. Respectfully, Noel Jones. I don't know how to take that, because Robert got saved in Noel Jones' pulpit, and Noel Jones ain't write a letter for Robert. This is Andrew Maldonado, Jeff Sanchez. Wait a minute. My name is Jeff Sanchez, and I'm submitting this as a character reference for Mr. Sean Combs. I am a dad and an executive in sports and entertainment industry for over 22 years. I worked as Mr. Combs' personal trainer between 2002 and 2004. What? Those years changed my life personally and professionally. While with Sean every day, I learned how to be a better executive, but more importantly, a better father. I watched someone train for a marathon, rehearse for their Broadway debut, run several multi-million-dollar companies, yet still make time for his family. The kids, mothers, and Mama Combs were always a priority. I'm skip that. I just wow. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Let's see. This is the excellent. I'm gonna show y'all the stuff that, some people ain't seen none of this, but I'm gonna show y'all, like, I'm gonna just show y'all, because some of this stuff got submitted in class. This is a class work that he do. I guess he teaches a class there. Regular paid volunteer work. Hours of Saturday rate 30. So he doing 30 hours a week. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, no. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, no. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. So he do 6 hours a day teaching a class. That's what's up. That's what's up. He do 6 hours a day teaching a class. So I have a question. For the people that were screwed over by Diddy, as they say, right? Or I'm going to say allegedly. Let's go there. Will they get an apology from Diddy? That's all. So this is Santiago. This is his letter. Wow. Like, I'm looking at some of this stuff and I'm just like, yo, Robert, they made sure Robert was done in. This is Wellington U State from the Dominican Republic. I am currently incarcerated at MDC Brooklyn and the Unit 4 South. Wow. I got to meet Mr. Combs when he got to this unit, and the time we have spent and shared together, I can honestly say that he is a great person who's respectful and willing to always help those in need, collaborating with his time. Wow. Advice and presence. Mr. Combs, from his own initiative, organized and started to give classes that are motivational, where the whole unit as one participates. They are classes that, in a personal aspect, have caused a great impact in my life. It has helped me reflect on my own life and shown me that it's never too late to change. Mr. Combs' class is about setting up realistic goals and where we plan on how we are going to achieve and complete these goals on a weekly basis. Wow. So the diddler got a lot of people writing for him, saying a lot of good things. This is what's his name? Dido Rio Galindo. Didier. I'm gonna be honest, man. Wow. I'm just looking at the stuff. And it's like some of this stuff that I'm looking at, I'm just like, you see the difference in judges, you see the difference in a case. My question is, even from jail, Robert spoke out for Diddy. Why Diddy couldn't speak out for Robert? That's my question. Wow. The guy Raymond Castillo wrote a whole book. I'm going to show y'all. Told y'all because I believe in transparency. This is really crazy. Oh, whoa, wait a minute. Wait. I pray this letter finds you in the best of health and spirits. My name is Raymond Castillo. I am currently an inmate at MDC Brooklyn, here on a probation violation. I have been with Mr. Combs for approximately 7 months now. I come from poverty and a broken home. I was raised by a single mother with 4 siblings and no father figure. My father did 21 years and 7 months in the federal system before being deported back to our home country of Dominican Republic. To say my life was imperfect would be an understatement. I witnessed my mother struggle to provide food, shelter, and clothing for me and my siblings, while striving to be the best role model possibly for us. All I knew my whole life was trying to find the easy way and create shortcuts to achieve financial gains, which led to me becoming a drug dealer and destroying my own community. My plan for success at the time was a setup for failure. I was dying without even knowing it. I grew up admiring and looking up to the music legend icon that Sean Diddy Combs is. I have always been a big music fan and have love for the culture. Mr. Combs has saved me and has had an impact in my life in so many ways. I have seen him reach the highest achilles in life. I was trying to say accolades, but achilles in life, and then go through his downfall, where the media has dragged him and crucified him in every way imaginable, trying to discredit 30 years of life work he has done to build our culture and help the youth. I have seen firsthand how no matter his name or status, how living under these harsh and cruel living conditions, he continued to find ways to put a smile on his face and keep pushing no matter what life throws at him. He is a kind, loving, sympathetic. He is a kind, loving, and a sympathetic, remorseful. What else? Hold on, something happened. Hold on. I don't know what just happened. But yeah, he's a sympathetic and remorseful, God-fearing man, not only striving to better himself, but to better everyone he encounters as a whole and leave a positive impact in everyone's life. Even behind bars and with limited resources, I have witnessed this man do magical things. In a place of segregation, I have seen Mr. Combs bring unity to all races and ethnic groups, no matter the background, as a unified front. Wow. So he also benefited from the free game with Diddy. Okay, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So, who this? Elena? I don't know who that is. Oh, wait a minute. My name is Charlize Asbury. I have worked in the entertainment industry for over 30 years. I worked at LaFace Records alongside Antonio L.A. Reid and Kenneth Babyface Edmonds. Uh-oh. I oversaw various projects during this time, such as TLC, Usher, and Toni Braxton. I am writing this letter in support of my friend and colleague, Sean Combs, whom I have known for over 30 years, both professionally and as a friend as we grew up in this business at the same time. Throughout this time, I have witnessed firsthand the strength of his integrity and unwavering dedication to excellence. I have witnessed him build a music empire and help mold the soundtrack of the 90s. Professionally, Sean has built a distinguished career in the entertainment industry. He possesses a deep understanding of the marketing and hard work it takes, with an extraordinary ability to connect strategy with execution. His creativity, insight, and thinking have consistently driven results across R&B and pop music culture. On a personal note, I felt extremely blessed to call him one of my close friends and my Scorpio brother. We have vacationed together many times. One of our first trips together was to St. Barths. It was one of the first times that he had traveled out the country. I put the trip together for about 10 close friends and had given everyone our guidelines for packing. 2 pieces of luggage each, of course. No one understood that we were taking a small plane and needed to have less luggage. Sean shows up with 13 pieces of luggage, and when he realized he would be on a small plane, the comedy began. Once in the air, the pilot informed us that we had to land on a neighboring island because our plane was overweight. Now we are all up in arms and mad at Sean with all the luggage. We land safely St. Martin's. but have to wait on our host to send a boat to pick us up. There was no dock where we were told to meet the boat. Just imagine 10 people with 20 plus pieces of luggage sitting in the sand waiting to be rescued. It was like Gilligan's Island. It was one of the most fun vacations ever. I cherish those moments. Ooh. You got Michael Bennett that wrote a book from Bogart Management. Mike Crazy. Let me see. Stacy Barth. These are all power players. Giuseppe Saperoni. All power players. But wait a minute. Wow. You got Emmett Dennis. Cheryl Fox. Oh my God. You know, this shows me that this was more than a setup for Robert. Wow. Cheryl Fox wrote a 3-page letter. Courtside consultant. Wait a minute. Hold on. This came from Elise. President of Courtside Consultant, manager of boxing legend Roy Jones Jr., local business owner of Black Bodega, the first black-owned convenience store located in the South Bronx. Okay. Da-da-da. Have known Sean Combs Puffy since 1999, being introduced by his artist Black Rob. I can personally say that Mr. Combs' generosity, empathy, wisdom, ambition, and vision is uncanny and unmatched. Wow. Yo, this is really, I'm surprised by this. This is a lot of letters from people, power players in the industry. These are like real power players. And people will get on here and say, oh, and the industry love Rob. Nope. They all wanted to take from Rob. This is crazy. This is really crazy. And I'm really upset about this. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm low-key hating. These are the guidelines for him. So check it. So they want to give Diddy, I'm going to be honest with you. They want to give Diddy 81 months. They want to give Diddy 81 months. I wonder what's going to happen tomorrow. Honestly. Oh, Exhibit 66 under seal. Oh, that's filed under seal. Okay. Man, boy. This is crazy. So I have a question to ask. And the question that I have to ask is, where's all the support for Robert Kelly? Where was all the support for Robert Kelly? He wrote hits for everybody. He did things for folks that would nobody else do. And this is how you repay him? Before I get out of here, I come to one conclusion. The arts industry is fake. And you have to do what you have to do for yourself. Robert looked out for everybody else, thinking that everybody had him and nobody had him. You see, his own brother Bruce Kelly tried to scam in his name. His friends, so-called friends, as long as he was giving them money and helping them with their life, Robert was okay. But the minute Robert needed help and he was in a jam, the only people that was there was the Baltimore crew and some of his fans, as well as the old girl from Tennessee known as Prima Donna, and the fans that really loved him. But let's be real. Queen B, I hear you. You said, I believe the powers that be influence all those people to turn on Mr. Kelly. Check this out. If you're a real friend, can't nobody, listen, if you're a real friend to somebody, can't nobody else come in and change that. Only you can change that. Let's make it make sense. If me and you are friends, can't no outsider come and change that. Only you change that. So, shout out to Doug Anton for coming in, man. I appreciate that. Because that man ain't had to drop in the chat. But he dropped in the chat, he spoke to everybody, and he confirmed some things. So my question is, are y'all still going to run with the defense fund lie? Or are y'all going to jump in here and tell the truth and say, you know what, Dana? I was one of the ones that said that you stole from the defense fund. I apologize. It ain't hard. And the same way y'all try to destroy me in public, it's the same way that you should apologize in public. That says a lot about your character. And only one person did that. One. And that's the guy from Chicago. That's what is his name? Jesus Christ, but I ain't seen him in a long time. I forgot his name. Oh man. But he an advocate in Chicago. Sad, man. Sad when you can run with a lie and try to make a lie seem truth with no backing. Everything I say got backing on it. Everything. So if anybody jump on here and say, oh, he lied on, that's it. Power 1, 2, 3 trust, EJ. That's the only one that told the truth was Power 1, 2, 3 trust. And I will always salute that brother for that. A real upstanding guy. A real upstanding guy. So I'm just saying, I'm glad I'm not a man that's stuck on people knowing that I did this, that I did that, that I'm going to do this, that I'm going to do that. I'm glad I'm not a man that's stuck on credit. The only credit I'm stuck on is the good credit that I have. I'm glad I'm not stuck on that. So I'm just like, hey, you know, it is what it is. Mama Murray said, due to the jealousy, no one desires to help R. Kelly in helping him nor his case. Judah said Kelly Price was going to testify in Chicago trial, remember? But for some reason, she went missing. Only thing I can do is that. I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to leave that alone. I'm gonna say this: don't believe everything you hear, man. Don't believe everything you hear. Don't believe everything you hear, especially with these celebrities. Don't believe everything you hear. This is a sad day. And I pray that what I'm trying to do work. I pray that what I'm trying to do carries a good thing. And I'm gonna be real. I would love to see Diddy and R. Kelly home. I would love to see Diddy make amends with the people that he hurt. I would love to see Rob do the same thing. But I would also love to see Robert get the hell away from Chicago and never to return, only to visit his mama's burial ground, his family burial ground. Because I truly believe that nobody in Chicago, besides some of his scarce fans, have his best interests in Chicago. That's it. On that note, y'all asking me questions that I don't know nothing about. Where's Janet and Mariah? I don't know. Why Ronald Osley is not helping out? I don't know what's going on. Teresa said, Dana, them leeches will not apologize to you. Facts. That's why I ain't looking for it, but I'm putting it out there. God is beautiful in situation. Mr. Kelly is walking out of Butner soon. Watch and see. I believe so too. Queen B, I believe so. Joe, Patty, Shaka, etc. All the older artists and support. Joe is not going to support him. Yes, Lord. R. Kelly do need to leave Chicago. Yeah, I've been said that. I hope he changed his power of attorney. I pray he did too. I definitely pray he did too. But on that note, you don't have to be great to get started. You have to get started to be great. Be someone important. Be yourself. Until next time, I'm up out of here. And don't forget that Dana J seasoning, y'all. Check it out.
Dana J Hood seasoning, man. I'm talking about that white dirt for all your vegetables and potatoes and anything from the garden, salads and everything. They got that Cajun. Oh my goodness, they got that ooh child. Don't forget that seafood. Last but not least, he got this thing called Tropical. Go to Dana J Spices at yahoo.com.
So, hey, and remember, stop it. And I mean, stop trying to rebuild bonds you didn't break. Screw them people, man. Screw them people. On God. Until next time, I'm up out of here. Peace out.
Let it won't overbook me. I was down bad, I shook it. Ain't nobody gave shit to me. I took it. Might as well pop shit since they looked it. Like this, do you know how long it took it? Why this? And I take too long to book it. How shit can smell what I'm cooking? Cause time, I'm afraid I told you. I was yeah, give me turn right, turn up on both of niggas. Must thought I was local, D. Now I ain't street no dope with niggas. That's what I told the niggas. I'ma need that deposit up front. Nigga, that's $2,500. Yesterday ain't the same price today. Nigga can't afford me no way. Can I get a A? Nigga, stop, see it, stress. But I'm out here studying on business. Bitch, look busy and I'm blessed. Niggas broke talking about who the best. Who the dope sticking notes all over my desk. I was saved by the bell like I missed the bell. They hate to tell the nigga you failed. I'm popping, plus this ice on me. All my pockets swell. I'm up and thank you very much. I'm going out like Elvis.
I thank y'all for joining me today. And we learned a lot. See y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Oh, yeah. Let me say it again. Out of all I've been through, I'm still said I've been lied on, mistreated, talked about and abused, but I'm still many days I thought I was gonna lose my mind, but I'm still by the grace. I'm gonna say it one more time. I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it again. Lost a lot of people and lost a lot of things, but I'm still here. Somebody can testify and tell somebody. Many people turned their back on me and walked away, but I'm still here. Oh, Jesus, can I be honest today? Life ain't really been easy, but God's been good, and that's why I'm still here. Oh, it's by the grace. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. I'm still it's by the grace. Can I get me a wedding today? I'm still here. Oh, Jesus. It's by the grace. Said I know that I'm still. Said I know that I'm still. Woo! Every now and then, when I look back over my life,